Hey guys, welcome back to Visiting Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, where we uncover the best and sometimes the unexpected family vacation spots in the Smokies. If you love our explorations, remember to subscribe and hit that bell for more adventures. Today, we're stepping into the world of Diggin Zone and Pigeon Forge, a brand new place that promises fun and adventure with a twist of the controls of real heavy machinery. But here's the question, is it really as exciting and worth it as it sounds, or is it more of a tourist trap that's just dressed up in big noisy equipment? Well, I took my 8-year-old son Owen to the park so that we can dig deep, quite literally, and test out everything Diggin Zone has to offer. I'll be looking closely to see how I rate this place in 4 main categories. Those are, is it unique, is it educational, is it entertaining, and is it good value for your family's time and money? Before we head into the park, let's quickly check out their website just to check and see what the ticket prices are and other important information that you're probably going to know before you show up to the park. Let's head on over.
All right, so here we are at diginzone.com. That's diginzone.com. So this is very cool. You get a lot of information on here, and it's worth visiting really quickly before you actually come because it'll help you prepare for your trip. Like up here in the top right now, it says closed due to weather. So it'll actually let you know if there's any kind of issues that they would want to close down for, just I'm sure for safety more so than anything else. It'll let you know at the top. You also got a place where you can buy admission tickets. We'll visit that in a second. But you can also see everything that they do. Fun for all ages. I think that this is very cool, and this is an awesome mission. Our unique venue will provide memories and bucket list items for children as well as adults. And that's like what's really awesome about this place is that, you know, honestly, most adults have never been inside of construction equipment before. So I think that's awesome. And you can also see that you can get a day pass, season pass. You can also host birthday parties here, which is really, really cool. And you can actually buy gift cards for admission, which I think is awesome. That would make for great Christmas gifts for children and for your family. So that's awesome. So what I want to do is I want to show you that they have all the attractions. We'll visit this in just a second. We'll come back here. But when you scroll down, you actually see a map. So this is a great visual of the entire park, and it shows you where everything is. So this is very, very cool. One thing I want you to notice, and you'll even see this in the video, at first I didn't even realize that all this was down here, and some of this is still under construction. Some of this they're still building in this area right here. So when you enter the park, this is where the entrance is going to be. You'll basically make your way around the park. That probably is what feels the most natural, and then you'll be able to go down to this section down here. So when you visit the park, make sure that you head down to this area down here. It's awesome and it's worth checking out. All right, so down at the bottom, you see some real life pictures of some people enjoying the park, which is really, really cool. It gives you an idea of what all is there. So what I want to do really quickly is I want to view the attractions. We're going to visit all the attractions that's here, and I'm just going to show you a quick overview of everything that you can expect in the video. All right, so if you look down the list of attractions, what's really cool is that it basically will share with you everything that the park offers. And in addition to that, what's really awesome is that it will give you all of the ride requirements. So you can find out if your little ones will actually be tall enough to be able to ride the rides, and if they're not, if it's allowed to be a lap ride, or if they can ride with you as an adult. So that's very, very cool, and I think that's really, really smart and well done. What's also kind of cool is it shows that there is a gift shop that's available on site. There's a fun center, so it's basically like an arcade kind of place, which is cool. And then here we've got the hard hat stage where it says that they're going to have events during the summer, which I think is really, really awesome. In addition to all that, they have the Diggin Cafe, which we'll take a look at here in the video in just a few minutes. All right, so now if we go up to the top right-hand corner and we click on admission tickets, let's check out the ticket prices for everybody. So they have both day passes, season passes, turbo passes, gift cards like we were talking about earlier, and birthday party booking. So I'm not going to talk about gift cards and birthday party book for this video, but what I do want to do is I want to look at the day passes. Let's talk about a single day pass. So as you can see here, 3 and under is free. The child from 4 to 10 is $55 a ticket. Adults ages 11 to 64 is $69 a ticket. And then if you're a senior 65 plus, it's $55 a ticket. Now, they do have these turbo passes, right? And turbo passes basically function as kind of like the Disney park hopper, allow you to be able to skip the line while you're at the park. So that's pretty cool. If it's really busy and there's a lot of people in the park and you're waiting around for a long time to ride the rides, you can add on a Turbo Pass for $49 for children, $59 for adults, and $49 for seniors, you'll be able to ride more rides and get on them faster, which is awesome. Now, it's worth mentioning really quickly that there are season passes that you could buy as well. So season passes actually allow you for an entire season to be able to come. The more you come, it says up here, the more you save. The more you visit the park, the more you save. Adults 11 plus is $249 one-time payment. For children 4 to 10, ages 4 to 10, it's $200 one-time payment. And then seniors, if it's 65 plus, it's $200 one-time payment. All right, so the last part of the website I want to visit really quickly are the FAQs. So it says, when will you open? We are open. Their spring and fall hours are typically 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., while summer hours are 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. How much does it cost? This is the cost that we just went over in the other part of the video. Who can participate in the rides and attractions? It says most everyone can participate. Most attractions will be 40 inches minimum height, but even the smaller ones can sit in a parent or guardian's lap to enjoy the ride. What kind of equipment will you have? It says we will have adult-sized equipment such as excavators, skid steers, rollers, articulating loaders, side-by-sides, and I can vouch for this. They're not toy versions of these pieces of construction equipment. It's real construction equipment that's just been modified to be safe for younger ones. So that's really cool. What are your hours? We went over this a little earlier. It's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the spring and fall. And in the summertime, it's 10 to 8 in the summertime. Where are you located? It says we are located at 1707 Veterans Boulevard in Sevierville. It says, will the equipment be safe? It says we are modifying the equipment to be safe for all ages. This will include limiting the speed, mechanical limits, remote shutoff, seatbelt safety, etc. We will do our best to have multiple safety measures, but of course, monitoring your children and using common sense is always the key to safety with any construction or farm equipment. And then finally, it says, will you have food? It says we have food venues from snacks. All right, so now that we've visited the website, we've gotten all the information that we need about the park. Let's head back over to the studio and get started with this adventure. Let's go.
All right, so are you ready to find out if Diggin Zone lives up to the hype or falls short? Stay with me as we explore every corner, tackle every ride, and maybe even face a few surprises along the way. Make sure you watch till the end where I'll give you my no-holds-barred verdict, where it's going to be an honest and maybe surprising conclusion to our adventure today. What will we discover? Can Diggin Zone really deliver on his promises? As we explore the park together, and as we explore the park together, comment below which traction you think will be Owen's favorite and my favorite. Let's get started. Whoa! You want to ride this thing? I think that's as fast as it goes.
Let's stick you on straight out.
Does it go over your head?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I bet you when you have a full ride, this takes a minute, doesn't it?
Yep.
Are you ready? Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! Woo! Come on, that's awesome. Whoa!
I'm gonna do this one more time.
I told you, I've been telling you the whole time. I was like, it's gotta be fun. Whoa.
Can you ask him if we can do it one more time?
Yeah. Ooh. That's cool.
You said we wouldn't do anything. You said
Oh, I didn't know we were going backwards. Whoa! Oh, that's awesome. Whoa!
Can we do this one more time? Can you
That was cool.
Can you ask him if we can do it one more time?
Yeah, sure. All right, so what'd you think? Was that cool?
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10?
I would not expect to go backwards. Dad,
What? Yeah. Would it be okay if we rode it again if they're gonna get on? All right, so give me a photo. What'd you think? All right, so now which one's your most fun ride? This. Even going backwards, it wasn't a big deal, was it? It was pretty fun.
Down a roller coaster? Nice.
Yeah. Are you gonna ride with us? Cool. It is fun, yeah.
Buckle that one, dear.
Whoa.
Right there, it's kind of sketchy.
Whoa! Oh! Here we go! Here we go! Ah! Woo! Honestly, I think I like it better backwards than forwards. You want to do it one more time? Did you like it? Did you have fun?
One more time. One more time. Come on.
All right, so I am actually inside of a small excavator. It's an excavator. This is so cool. So this game right here is basically where we can take the wrecking ball on the end of the excavator down there, and then we can knock over all of the plates that we have right down there at the bottom. So it's a cool little game. This is very, very cool. To be honest with you, I've never actually been in an excavator before, so I'm not entirely sure if this is 100% real and accurate or not, but it sure looks like it, sure feels like it. And honestly, that's what the most important thing is, right? Owen's right over there. We're getting ready. I think we have to wait until they give us the go, until they say that we are ready to start. Dang, that thing is huge. What do you think this thing was used for? Look at this. Look how big that is. Very cool. So it looks like with these, you can pull up the PVC pipe. Oh, and these are like monkeys. You like pick up the other monkeys. So it's like right here. You are so close, but you're able to ride it. Listen, I'm gonna need you to not go over the speeding limit. I'm gonna need you to take it nice and slow. Don't go too fast. You got me? Do you understand the rules? Whoa. Oh, cool. There you go.
Down, and then you can push this up to here, and it'll put it in high. And you're good to go. Just hold down the gas.
So that's the brake. So yeah, that one, and then that one's the gas right there. Oh, okay, go ahead. All right. Whoa! Owen, you're driving. You're driving the Gator. Ah! Dude, oh, you're gonna have to slow down when you get up here. That's gonna be a really tight turn right there. Whoa! Okay, all right, we go. Turn it tight, turn it tight. Ah! You did it, yeah! All right, speed up a little bit. Dude, you're driving really well. This is awesome. Good job, man. You think so? You're killing it. It's so good. So this is pretty cool because what's happening is that they actually give the kids an opportunity to drive what most kids are never gonna have experience with, but it's giving him a chance to be able to drive these real life Gators around a track. And the track isn't all that easy. The track is a little bit tough. It looks like they're gonna switch out. Good job, Owen. So we can sit here and wait. We have somebody in front of us that's having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, that dude doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, he knows what he's doing. He's coming around. He'll be here in just a second. So what's pretty interesting is that on this track, there's basically a barrier, and the barrier I would say is maybe a foot tall. So it keeps the Gators within the boundaries, and all the Gators actually have a piece of metal that's surrounding the tires to basically keep the Gators inside the track, and also just to keep the Gator itself protected so it's not scraping up wheels and the Gator itself. So it just keeps everybody inside the Gator protected. Yeah, it's a John Deere Gator. You see the word Gator on the back? These things are called Gators, but it's pretty cool. And obviously, like, for added protection, they're using Gators that's got, you know, the roll cages and the coverings over top and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Here's a quick at what the track looks like. Great job, Bo. Great job, dude. That was awesome. So what'd you think? Did you like that one? Did you have fun?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I did.
Would you want to do that one again?
Yeah, I want to do this again. I want to go on the line and like I'm going to the line and then go back.
I'm almost positive that so far this one was the winner. This is very cool. This is very cool. So my son Owen is actually up ahead of me in the cat in front of me. I am buckling my seatbelt for safety, and there he goes. He's taking off. You guys see.
Alright, so you got 2 lap bars right there and right there.
Okay.
Pull them down like this.
Gotcha.
There you go. That handle right there controls everything. Go
Gotcha.
forward, go forward, turn right, turn right.
Cool, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, here we go. Woo! This is very, very cool. It really does give you the feeling of being inside of these really amazing pieces of construction equipment. Up here in the top right-hand corner, it actually gives you all the readouts, which is pretty cool. And you got all the cool switches in here like you normally would. You got the mirror, but you know, the things have been stripped down. It's super smart how they've designed these to basically be fairly easy and somewhat dummy-free to be able to control and operate. He said with my left hand, basically can control the entire thing, which is very cool. None of the buttons on top seem to work. But as I go forward and turn to the right, it actually drives forward and to the right. Very, very, very easy to do. And the other thing I'll mention, which I think is really important too, is that the pieces of machinery, you know, they're all slow and safe. I mean, I feel completely confident putting Owen inside of that machine in front of me and letting him drive it by himself. I don't think that there's any way that he could possibly get hurt inside of that piece of machine. So it's very, very cool. You know, honestly, I'll be super honest. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if, you know, he was actually going to be able to drive real pieces of construction equipment. But the truth is he is. And the truth is he's doing just fine with it, which is very cool. And honestly, I wouldn't have expected that to be the case. So I think it's a really, really cool experience for all of us. Go Owen! Woo! Go Owen! I'll ride with you. He said you're a little too small to reach the pedal. Oh! Okay. Back the seat up?
Yeah, here you go.
There we go. Are you ready? All right, you driving? Here we go. What's it like driving this one?
Slow.
Slow.
Yes.
But it is like a much bigger tractor, so a much bigger thing than the others, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they even got Z-turns. Those, Owen, are lawnmowers over there. That's what those are. Those are lawnmowers. Yeah. Dude, you're killing it. So do you think this one's pretty fun? 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10? All right, we're gonna pause right here. Going all the way up. Great job, dude, great job. All right, I'll let you hop down.
You have a great rest of the day.
All right, cool. All right, you wanna go? Let's go drive the next ones. Right back here, the Z-turns. Yeah. And then the AT, and then we'll go back to what we were doing before. Okay, cool.
I love that one.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be tall enough for this one. Or maybe he is. There you go. Is he okay? Okay, cool. He said you're good.
Let me drop this.
Yeah.
You do it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right, cool.
How about it, bro?
Reminds me of grass cutting days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we've still got time, Owen. Star, what do you want to do again? Yeah, you really like those over there. You want to go do that again? I don't know why he's running. There's nobody else here. Here we go, back to the Gators. So far, it's been our favorite. Oh, thing here. Oh. Woo! Owen, tell me, like, why is this thing your favorite so far?
It's my favorite because it goes 10 miles per hour.
So this is your favorite because it's the fastest one around the track?
Yeah.
It also feels like a really big thing you're driving too. Oh, I guess it does have. You could actually take the window out. All right, so this is the Diggin pit. So you can actually dig and fill a hole with a cat excavator. Whoa!
awesome. Look at this right now. I'm literally in an excavator. This is so cool. I'm sitting in this 5 out of 10.
Are you familiar with how to operate?
No.
Right. So on the left stick, you go left and right. It'll move you left and right. You go forward and back. It'll move the arm forward farthest from you. On the right stick, you move left and right. It'll move the bucket. If you pull back on the right stick, it'll bring this arm back and push forward. It'll go forward. All right.
Okay. Yo, this is like an 8 out of 10. This is so cool.
God, look how those tracks are as big as you are. Oh, that's crazy.
Remember to bring your jacket.
Are you cold? It's a little cold. So, what's interesting is we've been here now for probably about a good hour, maybe an hour and a half. We just jumped on, they call it the Cadillac train. And it is, man. It's really nice because, like, it's got nice leather seats, brown leather. Owen, is it comfortable? Yeah, Owen gives it a thumbs up. But we've been here now for like an hour and it's been pretty cool. I think we've gotten to ride probably most of the rides that are here for the most part. There's a few things that we haven't done yet, but I will say we've basically gotten to drive real life John Deere and Cat equipment, right? And it's been pretty cool. So far, Owen, what's been your favorite ride so far?
My favorite ride would be the John Deere.
Which John Deere though? Are you talking about the Gators?
Yeah, the Gators.
Yeah, that you could drive around. So what was probably your second favorite then? What was the second favorite?
Second favorite was the Diggin.
Was the digging, like being able to actually dig stuff? It was cool. They were real excavators. And so there was a ride that we were able to basically hop up in the excavator and then dig as much as we wanted to. Did you get the hang of it? Were you actually able to dig? Yeah.
You didn't.
Yeah. It took me a second to get the hang of it, to be super honest with you. The park here is pretty big. There's a lot here. We haven't gotten a chance to explore all of it yet, but one thing that I've noticed pretty consistently is that there's a lot of space. So even if there was a day, and you know, this is actually mid-March. I think today's March 16th. There's a train going by for the kiddos and for the adults. But one thing that I've consistently really noticed is that, you know, like today's like March 16th or so. It is the off season here, so things haven't started getting crazy yet for Surveyorville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. It hasn't started to get busy. And so, you know, it's kind of reflected here. It's also the end of the day on a Sunday too. It's like 4 o'clock or 4:30. So I'm sure that as we get into the kind of the tourism season here, it'll start ramping up just a little bit. And basically there's nobody here. We've been able to hop on as many rides as we've wanted to, right? We've been able to basically do everything that we wanted to without much of a wait at all. Yeah, and you know, Owen just made a good point. Say that again, Owen.
It only basically takes like 5 minutes for the vehicles to go around.
Yeah, like it only takes like, that's worth mentioning though, because like the rides aren't, I wouldn't say that they're slow, they're safe. I mean, they go as fast as they should without obviously, you know, hurting an 8 to 10-year-old. But the downside to that is if the place has a lot of people here, you know, it does take a few minutes. Probably on average, I would say that each ride, I wouldn't even say 10, maybe 5. I would say I would say about 5-ish minutes on each of the rides is about how long the ride is, which, you know, again, if you think about it and you compare it to, honestly, any other amusement park, that's what you would get on any kind of ride that you would find anywhere from Dollywood to Anakeesa. That's normal. So, but you know, again, just like anywhere else, if there is a lot of people here and there's a lot of people riding and waiting in line, you know, it could take a little while longer for sure. I mean, I could see how somebody could easily come here. You know, we were able to ride pretty much everything within an hour to an hour and a half. I could see how it could end up taking 2 to 3 hours to ride everything if there's a lot of people here waiting on, you know, on the ride, waiting in line to get to the rides. So, all right, let's finish out this train ride. This is super relaxing. Are you talking about the little tiny ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got to do the big one with me one time. I think it's fun. It'll be super safe. They do too have seat belts. You just didn't see them. Oh, looks like we're slowing down a little bit. Oh, we got seatbelts. he was joking. There's no seatbelts. I will say this should be a pretty fun ride though, don't you think? Just nice and relaxing. All right, so we are testing out the second train ride at Diggin Zone. I'm not gonna lie, this train ride is a little bit more designed for little ones, but there's no reason why Owen and I can't test it out as well. Yeah, it looks like on this we can fit 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Looks like there's about 14 seats on this thing. Although it feels like we're going much faster than we did on the other train, isn't it? Yeah, this is pretty fun. This is cool. I like this. So we got to experience the biggest, and I think, at least what I thought was the most fun ride here at the park, right? And I thought it was a lot of fun, but you weren't so sure at first, right? Because it looked a little scary, right? But Owen went on it. He conquered the ride. And Owen, I want you to tell everybody else, like at the end of the day, was it as scary as you thought it would be?
No.
No? Do you think it was a lot of fun?
Yes.
Do you think it was the most fun ride here at the entire park?
10 out of 10.
Oh, that was a 10 out of 10? We finally got a 10 out of 10? Because everything else has been like 7 out of 10 and 8 out of 10. But that one was a 10 out of 10. It was honestly a lot of fun. So that ride is really, really awesome. And like Owen, so Owen is 8 years old. And this is something for a lot of kids, like a lot of kids. As a matter of fact, there was another kid here when we were riding it and said her brother didn't want to ride it either. And so, things like that look big and scary. But Owen, did it feel scary when you were on it? Do you think that anybody who's like 7, 8, 9, 10, do you think anybody would really have a lot of fun with it who rides it?
Yes, but just be careful because they go backwards.
Yeah, they don't tell you that, do they? That you'd stop and you'd turn around and you go backwards. Yeah, I was really surprised. But it was a lot of fun though, right? Dang, this thing goes fast. Look at that. Yeah, we're going really fast around the park. And it's kind of cool. Honestly, I think I would recommend for people who get to the park, assuming that you've got a lot of time, because we got here today at it was like right at 3 o'clock. So they close at 5. We didn't have a lot of time, and she actually suggested, she was like, hey, maybe do the train rides, later, because the train rides take just a little bit more time. And she's right, they take a little more time. She said the train rides are typically about 15 minutes long, although this one feels like it's gonna be a lot faster, doesn't it? I think we'll get back in like 10 minutes. But this is a really cool way. If you get here earlier in the day and you've got the time to be able to take this train ride around the park, it does give you a good idea of everything that's here at the park, and you can kind of scope out, what do you want to go try first? What do you want to go ride first? What do you want to go do first? So doing this first when you first come in the park really isn't that bad of an idea, actually. Well, we've had a full day here at Diggin Zone, and it's time to share my final thoughts on whether this is a must visit for your family. In terms of uniqueness, Diggin Zone scores a perfect 10 out of 10. I mean, come on, it's truly one of a kind. Where else can your kids actually drive real construction equipment? But while it's unique, it's also important to consider the educational value for your child, which honestly I would rate about a 7 out of 10. The park gives kids a first-hand experience operating heavy machinery, which is both educational and exciting. Now, do they go beyond that? Do they teach anything beyond that? Not really. I mean, as a parent on the educational side, it's a 7 out of 10. It's not bad, but honestly, I thought it would be very cool if they got to use the equipment and then they got to learn how to use the equipment to actually accomplish something, not just ride it around a park like it's an amusement park. That's not bad. It's cool, and again, it's still educational, but it just would have been cool had they taken it to the next level. That's how they would, in my book, have gotten an 8 or 9 or 10 out of 10. Alright, so when we get to entertainment, the third category, I would say it's honestly a mixed bag. My son, who was super excited initially to go to the park, found that the thrill wore off quicker than we all kind of expected. While the park offers great initial fun, the slow pace of the equipment means that the excitement might not last long, especially for kids around 8 years old or older, and that's why I'm giving entertainment a 5 out of 10. Honestly, he absolutely loved the Gator Grand Prix, Diggin Pit, and the Decimator because they offered a bit more speed and thrill. These might just be the highlights for a kid who likes a faster pace. Now, before we get to the last rating, if you're looking at visiting Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge with family anytime in the near future, let me share with you a little bit about our mountain home Shangri-La views. This 5-bed, 5-bath cabin is located right between Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. So whether you're wanting to go to the aquarium, Anakista, the island, or Dollywood, your home base could only be about 15 minutes away from everything that Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge has to offer. This new cabin actually has stunning mountain views from literally every single room of the house. And to make the stay even more fun, we recently installed a life-size Scrabble board. This thing is huge. It has magnet letters so the whole family will enjoy competing to win. If it sounds that this cabin might be the right place for your family to stay, just take a quick look in the description below to check and see if the dates for your trip are available. If they are, book right away. We would love to have you as our guest. All right, now regarding value, I'm honestly leaning towards a 6.5 out of 10. The entry price can feel steep, especially if the interest doesn't last for more than a couple hours. We paid for an adult ticket and a child's ticket about $125-ish for two, which might seem a bit high, but do keep in mind that tickets purchased later in the day can be used for the next day as well. At least that was our experience. So would I recommend Diggin's on? That's actually a hard question to answer. There's honestly so many great ways to spend your time on vacation in Pigeon Forge and the Smoky Mountains, unless you know for sure that your kids would love to feel like a construction crew member for a day, it might not be a great fit. While that might be a little disappointing, what I can say for sure is that if you have children between the ages of 4 and 10 who are fascinated by construction equipment, it's a must-see. It's definitely a unique experience that they're unlikely to get anywhere else. But for older kids or those who are not particularly interested in construction, it might not just hold the same appeal. I do also want to mention at Diggin's Zone, they have designed and built a stage right in the middle of all the action, and it looks like they're gonna have some live performances happening throughout the summer. If that starts to happen, maybe that entertainment score will change. They also have a cafe on site that serves things like burgers and chicken strips, so if you find yourself spending 4 or 5 hours at the park over lunch or dinner, you can just eat right there on site. No need to leave and come back. Although you can re-enter the same day for free if you want or need to. I hope this helps you decide whether Diggin' Zone is right for your next family outing in Pigeon Forge. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts or questions. Maybe you've been to Diggin' Zone. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. I would love to know what your experience was like, even if your experience was different than mine. Always remember, your comment and review can actually help someone else watching too. We understand how precious family vacations are. You get only so much quality time with your family on vacation, and here on this channel, we want to help you spend that time with your family wisely. Also, if this video is helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe to our quickly growing channel. We release new videos every single week, just like this one, to keep you up to date on the best that Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge has to offer. Until next time, keep creating those unforgettable family memories. I'll see you then.